Good morning. Week 4 or 5? I don't remember. I've got our practical today, and it is on patient history. I'm going to start that conversation by letting the patient know that, I'm going to be asking a series of questions. They're going to range from personal to sexual history to surgical history. And I'm going to ask the patient, I'm going to let them know, like, if there's at any point in time you don't understand any words or medical terms I mentioned, just please let me know. Please. Happy to explain. And then I'm going to ask my OPQRSTs for their chief complaint. They're going to come in, they're going to tell me what they're here for. I'm going to hit those bullets. And then I'm going to also ask how has it affected them on their daily life. I'm going to be empathetic. And then I'm going to also find out some pertinent positives and negatives, any associated symptoms like fevers, chills, things like that. Anything they do have, any other symptoms that they do have, I'm going to also OPQRST those as well. But also finding for anything negatives, like if they have like some kind of eye complaint, is there discharge? Because that discharge can differentiate between if it's bacterial versus viral or like allergic, So, bam. I'm cooking right now. I'm cooking. And then I'm going to go ahead and move into the actual medical history portion, which will be my acronym that I have going is CHAMPS AIM. And that starts with childhood illnesses, right? Measles, mumps, rubella, chickenpox. And then H, hospitalizations. Any hospitalizations you've had, like maybe younger now, recent. And then I'm mixing CHAMPS, right? CHA for adulthood illnesses, any diabetes, high blood pressure, asthma, COPD. Yeah. So, what is going on? Can we get the step in? Like, there's an intersection of 4 ways, and there's one person at every on all 3 sides. Well, I don't know why we're confused. Somebody just go. And now M was any medications they're on, because adulthood illnesses, you also want to verify, cross-check that with medications. P was past surgeries, if they did, when was it, where was it, why did it happen, why did they need a surgery, who did the surgery, who was the physician, right? And that kind of question. I don't know, I can't fix that. What the hell? Okay, whatever. I don't even care. And then that's the surgeries again, but it's more along the lines of accidents, injuries. You ever got hurt like that, or in a car accident? When was that? Where was that? Did you do any imaging, or you know what I mean? What happened with that, right? And then we have CHAMPS AIM, right? So I'm a champ. I aim. Allergies, right? So do you have any allergies to maybe peanuts, or more concerning is penicillin, or they sleep, bro. They sleep. I got somewhere to be. I got some other things to do. I got clinic to practice for. Fortunately, this is a variation of practice, hence I'm doing it. So, any allergies? Sulfur is one that I don't really think about, but apparently some medications have sulfur in it. And then there's also your immunization up to date. Is your Tdap, your flu? When was it? Where was when was that? When was your last flu? Your COVID and boosters, those are 3 that they really wanted to ask for. And then M is maintenance, healthcare maintenance. Are your screenings up to date? Or have you gotten a colonoscopy if you're at that age range? These lanes are not moving. I mean, I did decide to leave at 7, so that's on me, but clinical's at 8. Not clinical. Practical's at 8. So I figured I'd have some time to yeah, and then the physical exam portion, I'm stuck on that, not gonna lie. I've got this little checklist that AAPA had given us, and it's got a lot of good information on that, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of fire. Ooh, okay, look at that light. It's 2 seconds. I've got a pharmacology exam on Wednesday. We're at 33%, and it's significant. So far it's going all right. I did 1 lecture, and I think it's going decent. But I have 2 days left to actually complete it. So today, I'm thinking I finish up today. Realistically, I will have time, no classes after this practical. So I'm thinking I hit the gym, and I get those two done. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. Hello, everybody. Again, another week of roller coaster of emotions, but first half definitely. Second half was a little more tapered out. Can you hit a little rich flick? I wasn't listening to that. Like, that was by no means was I listening to that. That was just the next song up on a playlist. That's not even mine. Like, I don't even think I have a way of defending myself here. Kendrick all the way. Like, anyways, oh, there's some nice trees. I wish I could show you guys. Maybe you'll see it. Maybe you'll see it. Oh, you see? Oh, you saw those red trees? Fire. Every day is like a different emotion almost, and it's just kind of crazy. Like the first week or first day, over the weekend I was like going over a farm, and I wasn't really stressing this physical exam that I had or physical practice. I felt like I can if I see it, I can recognize it better than I can. And then like the night before or the day before the exam, I see everybody studying so much more and like going into like the very specific mechanisms, like names of like interleukins or like names of like proteins and stuff. And I'm like, I'm not even going that far. And so I'm like low-key nervous about it. And then going into the exam, I'm looking through the questions and I'm figuring it out. Like during the process of elimination, I'm crossing it out. And usually I don't need to do process of elimination. Like if I can see it, recognize it, answer it, you know what I mean? That's like sometimes like, at least in undergrad, that's kind of how it was for a decent amount of questions, which is valid, you know? But here I'm going through all of them trying to decipher which one. One, because of a lack of memorization, that's for sure, you know? But two, like they're kind of similar and they're like long-winded questions, you know? But I'm like actually kind of flying through them. And I get to the end of the exam and I got so many questions wrong on just like ophthalmic, like the ophthalmic, what the hell, man? The eye medication. But it is what it is, and he's gonna give back points. But like everything, like when I went over it, all the questions I got wrong, there was like, it was like reasonable. Like I could see why I was wrong. Like it's logical to get to the right answer, you know. So I don't even feel like I'll get points back for some of these, you know, like or even most of these, you know. Best case scenario, I get an 80. Now you know I didn't get more than an 80, right? After I messed up that exam, it was like whatever. I passed, and I'm not too butthurt about it, and it's whatever, right? But really, like I think I was probably kind of upset beneath it all, you know, like even subconsciously, because like I went home and I kind of just like watched YouTube video, like I just watched my show and I watched like whatever, and then I took a nap. I figured like, okay, let me watch one episode, 2 episodes, you know, just to like kind of get over like the exam of sorts. I don't think I even napped. I scrolled on my phone for 2 hours, you know. I'm like low key like just looking for any dopamine hits, you know, because I'm just so like I guess underlyingly upset or like sad, I guess. And it's kind of crazy because I like to think that I'm very conscious of my emotions, you know, and which is cool and all, but like in certain cases like it'd be like that, you know. And what can you say? I want at least an 80, you know, like at least an 80 is what I said for my other exam, you know, and barely passing what feels like I just made it, barely made it through, you know what I mean? I don't want to just barely make it through. I want to make it through and be like kind of competently making it through, you know? I won't aspire for, I'll aspire for 90s. I'm not trying to get 100 or anything, you know, but like, I don't know. You see that roller coaster of emotions, you know? And then the next day, we had upperclassmen come in and speak to us, and they were telling us about like, yo, like, you know, don't feel bad about, you know, exams, and like, you know, it sort of gets better, you know. Our professor can be really a little rough, especially in the first semester, but he lightens up later on. And that kind of made me feel much better because the way that they had said it. Like the one guy was like, I don't remember anything from like dermatology. I'm like, yo, me too. You know what I mean? He's like, he probably, like, you know, we took that like last month. I don't remember nothing. You know, like I remember some things, but like, you know. But so that kind of made me feel better. Like, am I supposed to retain all of this? You know, I'm like, yo, what? Like, I really resonate with these people, right? They're not very much like type A students that are like constantly studying and like really like the course. You know, like I like medicine. Medicine is cool as hell. You know what I mean? That's why I want to do it. But at the same time, like, I'm not necessarily a type A student where I'm constantly studying. You know, because I'm in love. You know, like I really enjoy it. Like, don't get me wrong. Honestly, by the sound of them, I probably enjoy it more than they do. You know, but at the same time, I'm still not that type A student. Like, you know, I'm more of a type B, a little more relaxed and laid back of sorts and like have a little couple maybe like other hobbies or just have other entertainments of sort, you know. And they're also mentioning like, you know, don't expect to go to like every like party or event thing, you know, like you gotta just come to terms with that and just accept that. And I feel like that was fair, you know, and I kind of accepted that going in. They also mentioned like the exam is tough, you know, and like but it gets better. So yeah, I got hearing that from somebody else and like hearing them like they failed some courses. You know, that one girl like she never like I think she barely got like 73s in like the exams or something. You know what I mean? I'm like, you know what? That kind of makes me feel a little better to know that I can still pass even with the grades I'm at now. You know what I mean? Because right now I'm not. I'm feeling like I'm not feeling too shabby. I ain't feeling too good. You know, like this is definitely hard. But faculty really works with you, you know, and they'll like give back points in cases, you know, and that's just mad fire, you know. That's awesome because it ain't sweet out here. Oh shoot, it ain't sweet. One last thing that I wanted to mention was something awesome we got to do was look at cadavers. Rest in peace to those peoples, and you know, mad props, you know, for donating their bodies to our learning, right? Very much appreciated. It was awesome, and that was great. It was so cool to like actually feel it and like see what like actual lungs feel like. You know what I mean? Like and like what the actual heart feels like. What like malignancy or like cancer feels like, which is pretty cool. But and like normal lung tissues are so soft. It's kind of crazy, you know, and it's like kind of spongy, like where like, you can really see that it expands. I mean, that's what it does, right? Which is, I don't know, it's pretty sick, pretty cool. Learning point for me: keep doing what I'm doing. I think I'm figuring it out. I really do think I'm figuring it out slowly but surely. My approach to pharmacology was spot on almost. You know what I mean? Like if I had more time, I probably could have been better. It's almost spot on. You know, so like I think I'm valid. I'm chilling. We have a 4-day weekend, so I'm gonna try to catch up on pharmacology then, but also the labs and other things. Blah 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 blah. I'll probably talk about it next week if I'm able to catch up and what I was able to catch up on. Let's see what I can do and how far I can go, and I'll show you guys or myself. I need a cut. All right. Goodbye. Good afternoon. What was that? What's the thing that they say in Truman Show? If I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening,
and
good
good
night.
night.